It's a little bit shaky under 302. Strong through that midsection there, really grounded out.
Was the depth okay?
The referees, 2 of them give him a white light, that's enough. 302.5 kilos on the board.
Michael Stiegelbauer from Austria.
Michael Stiegelbauer from Austria. 235 kilograms for his third attempt. Really taking his time here. Quite a wide grip on that bar. Let's see how tight those knee wraps are. Try and get every little advantage you can.
Side skid feet.
Couldn't quite get through that sticking section. Couldn't quite get to 307.5, but he'll finish at a solid 302.5. Being straight into flight A now. It's the second half of our lifters.
And then there is a rack command.
So the powerlifting is so much about technique. It's not just about how strong you are. It's technique, it's bar path, it's neural pathways. It's that consistency in training. We were talking about yesterday that every lift needs to be the same, whether it's just the bar or whether it's 200 kilograms. Every single lift needs to be practiced the same way.
The best lifters do some bar path work, like in the bench press. Let's say they may be, able to bench 275, and they may do bar path work with 125, just doing singles, setting up, taking everything they would in a competition.
205 kilograms. This should be a good lift. Fair way from his PB. Very smooth lift there.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alrighty, Gambatar Lamjav from Mongolia.
225 kilograms, weighing in at 72.3.
105 kilo opener. Taking a very modest 5 kilos. Smart. Trying to build his total here for Antonio Mastrolorenzo.
2.5 squats, so he's having a fairly solid day today. Those are huge amounts of weights to be holding in your hand. Very smooth lift there. And he doesn't have the speed that most lifters have, but very smooth through that whole lift.
There he goes. 3 white lights from Mastrolorenzo from France. All right, next lifter up. Gambatar Lamjav from Mongolia, retaking 225. The weight was very light for him, Gary, but his buttocks came up.
He certainly didn't have any problem with the weight at all. 225 under his personal best, so I imagine he shouldn't struggle too much with this lift. He's getting out there, doing his job. 302.5 kilo squat. Taking his time getting that set up right. Still got 20 seconds on the clock. Really working that down to the chest.
I think
Again, not a lot of speed there.
I think he jumped that rack command, just didn't really come up. Yep, there you go. Just didn't make it into the back. 130 kilos So let's see if this 5 kilos more helps him a little bit, gets that bar down a little bit
A little
faster.
bit faster for him, saving a little bit of
PB. I think his opener set a bench press PB for him, so he's having a good day for
his
himself right
training is
now.
obviously going very, very well at the moment. He's coaching himself. We're quite confident with these numbers.
And this is a sport where you can continue, as Oleg has shown us, continue to improve your total well into your 40s.
Yeah, look, absolutely. I mean, you're not really sort of hitting that peak lift until you're really at the end of your 20s, early 30s is when you should really start to show that lift. And as we keep saying, that technique is so important. So drilling in that technique and the years of practice. And we've already seen Alex's experience has shown throughout the day.
That is great technique there for Mastrolorenzo. Referee say 3 white lights. He gets this easily. We may see him push this. This is a personal best for him. He wants to come away with at least that today. So now 262. Antoni Mastrolorenzo, France.
A textbook example of how sumo is so different.
There we
from
go.
conventional lift there. Really taking its time to come off the floor there. Just keep pulling, and once it breaks the floor, you can see the speed start to pick up.
And then it breaks right here.
There we go.
And boom.
So we certainly had to work for that one.
All right, up now, Alex Ochoa, Ecuador, 10 PB also.
His previous lifts have looked very good, so got good technique. Bar path is nice. Really digging into that knurling on the bar there, make sure he gets a good grip. Just keeps pulling away, and then the speed comes up. That is such a textbook
Wow.
lift, isn't it?
And, you know, and that is what we've been talking about yesterday and today is your technique. He kept pulling. His technique never broke. He trusted his training and continued to pull through this bar. Watch this pull here, Gary.
Yeah, he goes. As soon as he comes to the knees, all the speed comes up and just stands up.